Today on Straight Talk Commerce, we are going to dive deep into suppliers, drop shipping suppliers. This is what this podcast was meant to be today. So if you're interested and ever wondered, hey, where do drop shippers get their products? Or where can I source great products, great prices, easily shipped from anywhere in the world to anywhere in the world? You want to watch this episode. Coming up, Straight Talk Commerce, we drop the information on where to source your products. Let's get into it. All right, everybody. I am going to give you a list of the top 15 sources for products. No particular order. I'm going to give you the pros, I'm going to give you the cons, and I'm going to let you make the decisions yourself. Because for some of you, one company over another is going to make a lot more sense. For some of you, it'll be another company in another niche. So it's all going to depend how well these function for you is going to depend on you. How well will these fit you? So without any further delay, let's get into the list. Coming in hot as first, again, these are no particular order, but the first one that's on my list is AliExpress. AliExpress has a massive product variety, electronics, clothing. It has pretty much everything a dropshipper is going to be looking at, with the exception of food, I think, and drink. All the products there are low cost, and it's ideal for drop shipping integration with the various platforms. So if you've got Shopify, if you've got Woo, it's very easy to integrate AliExpress with whatever it is you're trying to do. The international shipping options are incredible with AliExpress and Alibaba. It's very easy to get set up with them, and they provide really great deals from time to time. However, there's some cons. The shipping times with AliExpress tend to take longer. And if you're talking about during a pandemic, it was really brutal, because we're talking about coming from China. And for many of you that are not in the United States, the shipping times were even longer than we were experiencing here in the US. Quality. There's inconsistency in the quality between one product on AliExpress and another. So sometimes you get a really solid product or garment or electronic device from AliExpress, and other times you make another selection and the quality is really not there. And it's for a reason. Everybody understands that. It's for a purpose, but it's still very disappointing to your customers when one product they bought from you was awesome, and the next product that they buy from you may not be up to the same level. And then you have very limited supplier accountability. I can remember several times going to AliExpress and saying, look, my customer didn't get this product. The shipping times were super long time. And they kind of put their hands up in the air. So you got to kind of bake that into whatever store you are. Your shipping and your policies need to reflect the people that you've gone into business with. Now, why would you choose AliExpress? I'll tell you why. If you're a beginner, it could not be made easier for you than AliExpress with your drop shipping, because of how easy it is to integrate, how big they are, and this incredible range of products that AliExpress provides. But it's also kind of a con on that way too, because your store may lose focus. So be very, very, very careful when you choose AliExpress, because you don't want to lose that focus. You want to be firmly in your niche. Ensure that you test these products yourself. Verify the supplier reviews. Anyone that wants to go into this business needs to understand about product review and the pitfalls there. We'll cover that in another episode very shortly. I have a good feeling. And you want to educate yourself on who's reliable and who's an unreliable seller. That would be my very best advice. Okay, coming in at number 2, Alibaba. We mentioned them a little bit earlier. Now, this is for bulk purchasing at wholesale prices. So if you plan on, yes, drop shipping, but you're drop shipping in bulk, this is really where you want to go. You want to stay away from AliExpress because they don't do that that's not their jam. They don't do that. You're also given the ability to do custom and private labeling options. So white labeling is a very good option for you if you're doing Alibaba, if that's the direction that you want to go. And then you have direct access to all of your manufacturers with Alibaba, where with AliExpress, you may not. Here are the cons. There's always got to be a con. They have a very high, or sometimes high, minimum order quantities. I try to be as accurate as I possibly can and as fair as I possibly can, but they are higher minimum order requirements when you're dealing with Alibaba. It does require a much higher upfront investment. Because of that, you're going to spend more and you're going to be warehousing some of the products yourself. But the profit margin can be much higher as well. So keep that in mind. This is for a more advanced drop shipper. This is for a much more advanced store. So what is going to tend to happen is you'll move from AliExpress into an Alibaba. You'll grow into an Alibaba situation. Now, keep in mind, this has lessened over the years, but there is the potential for language barriers and complex shipping complications, okay? Because you're dealing with heavier and heavier pallets of things, more product, and AI has really come a long way in helping you bridge that language barrier and people saying what you think they're saying and you saying to your suppliers what they believe that you're saying. Now, this is for entrepreneurs that are wanting to create branded products, their own brand, or buy in bulk and get, like I said, higher profit margins, because you can absolutely make a lot more money in the Alibaba. The potential is there for you to make a lot more money Alibaba over AliExpress. Now, again, you're going to want to vet your suppliers very thoroughly on either of those two platforms, and you want to request product samples before you go placing large orders. And you want to check those once you've received your order. You want to check them against the sample that you purchased or that they sent to you, and make sure that it's the same thing that you just ordered. Okay. Not difficult, not super difficult to do, but it is definitely something you're going to be glad that I mentioned to you.
If your business operations feel like a grind, you're missing out on the magic of artificial intelligence. Whether you're in retail, manufacturing, finance, or any other industry, AI is a game changer. From automating mundane tasks to optimizing your supply chain, AI can transform how you operate. We specialize in creating tailored AI solutions that meet your unique challenges and goals. With our expertise, you can improve efficiency, reduce errors, and make better decisions. Discover how AI can revolutionize your business. Contact us today at www.toolessentials.ai/consultation.
That leads us to Amazon Wholesale and their private label. Everybody knows about Amazon. What they don't know is Amazon makes it really easy for other companies or for companies to do business with them. It is a trusted platform and it has a vast reach. It's not just where you are locally. They go everywhere. You have access to millions of potential customers, and Amazon does a pretty good job of helping you reach those customers, if I do say so. And there's streamlined fulfillment with Fulfillment by Amazon, the FBA. It is pretty good, and we're going to talk about that in just about 2 seconds, okay? The cons. There's high competition on Amazon. You better be on top of your game if you're going to do Amazon store. There are very strict rules on product quality, which is a good thing, and private label products and your customer service. So those are good things. Those are not necessarily, it's more of a feature than a bug for someone like me. And it can be challenging to differentiate the private label products from one another. You may be selling the exact same product with your name on it as some of your competitors. And again, that to me is a feature more than a bug if you look at it from a different perspective. Now, why would you choose Amazon? Look, if you're looking to leverage Amazon's massive customer base, there's no other way to put it, really. I mean, Amazon has a massive, everyone I know shops on Amazon, and everyone you know probably shops on Amazon. So you can leverage that. That is a definite feature of Amazon. Whether it's the branded products or whether it's wholesale products too, by the way. So it's actually a very it's a very legitimate way of doing business, right? People are already drawn. It's like shopping at the mall versus shopping in your own store somewhere. There are definite benefits to teaming up and going into a mall space. So think of it that way. Now, here's what to watch out for. Understand Amazon's fee structure and understand it very well. And you want to protect against account suspension. Because you got to really know their policies pretty well, or you put yourself and your store in grave danger when it comes to Amazon. They tend to crack down on shady business practices. And so if you're looked at that way, or if that's the way you want to, kind of do business, again, a feature, not a bug, but you want to make sure that you don't inadvertently break one of their rules. They're fairly unforgiving when it comes to that. And I'll also tell those people that are choosing to do FBA, which is fulfillment by Amazon. Fulfillment by Amazon means that you take your product, you put it in an Amazon warehouse, and then Amazon will do your fulfillment for you. So they will store your product and they will do the fulfillment orders for you. From personal experience, I have had people sell my product, and when Amazon reimbursed me, and they did, they only reimbursed me for the cost of the product, not for what I would have made on that product, which caused me to lose months of traction that I had been gaining because my product was not in their warehouse anymore, and it really kind of hurt my business a little bit. Listen, I am not saying that happens to by far. It does not happen to everyone. It is one of those things. It doesn't matter really who it was. You could tag somebody else's name on it, and I'm not afraid of Amazon. Come at me, bro. All I'm saying is you need to watch out for that with anybody. Let's talk about Printful or Printify. You have no upfront inventory cost. It's all print on demand. So that's good. Those people that have lesser or want to invest lesser amounts of money, this is a very good option for you. There's very easy customization with that too, by the way, because you can make branded products and everyone would recognize them right away. And it's very simple for you to build into that system. What's also super simple is integrating with a Shopify store or an Etsy store because they make it very, very easy. Couple clicks of a button, mouse here or there, and you're all hooked up. That's fantastic. The cons on that, though, are sometimes lower profit margins. People that go to shop there expect very good deals, and as well they should. It's not a problem. It's highly competitive. Just so you know, it's highly competitive. There is a limited product range that they will work with, which goes for anybody else, I guess. I mean, nothing is unlimited, but this has a particular truncated amount of things that you can choose from. And you're also depending on a third party for printing and for shipping your product, which, look, I know I talk a lot about features and bugs. This is definitely a bug, and they need to work on this because when you are creating a business with partners and two of your top partners, your shipping and your printing, are in the same house and they're both having issues, you may want to pay very close attention to that. For smaller stores, this is and beginner entrepreneurs, it's a great option. It really will get your feet wet and it really will get you an education in this very quickly. So for that, straight A's, man. It's awesome. SaleHoo. I'll be honest with you. Before I compiled this list, I was completely unaware of SaleHoo. And that's SaleHoo. All of these, I've just decided while I'm talking to you that I'm going to put a screenshot of each of these so you recognize what I'm talking about. Because I have a feeling that people that are watching this are more of the beginner level, and that's great. I am so happy to be the person that you trust to tell you about this. With SaleHoo, some of the pros are they have vetted the suppliers. And they do a very good job. For everything that I can see so far, they do a very good job. I don't see some of the kind of ridiculous suppliers. And everybody that's in this business for any period of time, they know who those suppliers are. And I don't see a whole lot of them on SaleHoo. They have a very easy to use directory for finding these niche or niche, however you pronounce it, products. If you see something that I'd really like to sell that, they make it very easy for you to find that product and suppliers that are going to supply it to you. And they have pretty good customer support and educational resources from what I'm gathering right now. That may change. Like I said, I had not heard about them before putting them on this list. But from what I see, those are some of the pros for you. Some of the cons. There is a membership fee. And frankly, I think it's a little substantial for something that I had not heard of before. There is a pretty limited direct product sourcing. SaleHoo acts more like a middleman kind of to me. That's kind of the flavor that I got from them. Now, it's very useful for beginners to have somebody in your corner like that, especially if their customer service is good. And from all appearances, SaleHoo has very good customer service when you're talking about this niche. However, what you need is reliable suppliers and contacts at those suppliers, and you need market insights. And that is not something that I really picked up on SaleHoo. In other words, you guys know me. If you've ever watched any of these podcasts, I always tell you, follow your analytics, make sure that you know what your numbers are, and you're going to be a massive success if you do. SaleHoo does not make it as easy as some of the other platforms that we're going to discuss. However, that's fairly easily overcome with third-party integrations. All right, here's what to watch out for. Evaluate your suppliers individually. Even though they're vetted, you still get some, and I didn't notice any on SaleHoo. I was very surprised that I didn't see some of my usual suspects. And maybe we'll do a video about that, the usual suspects. I don't know. I'll have to talk to my legal team. See whether or not I can talk about some of the shady suppliers that are out there and kind of give you a leg up there. But no matter what anybody does, some suppliers, they're always bad apples and they vary in reliability, and you need to watch out for that no matter what. Okay, this brings me to one of my favorites. I've used Oberlo. It's Oberlo. And I've used it through Shopify. And let me tell you, chef's kiss, they make it very, very easy for integrating into Shopify, especially if you have a Shopify store. Really consider using Oberlo. There's a number of reasons to use them. And their integration is fantastic. They make it very easy. There are a lot of add-ons that you can add on, analytics, things that are going to make your life so much easier to make an automated store by pairing Oberlo and Shopify. It automates your order fulfillment in particular completely. I mean, I cannot imagine what else you would need. There is a wide range of AliExpress products that integrate directly into Oberlo and makes it easy to put in your store, to change prices. These are all things that you 100% need to pay attention to. Um, and look, what more can you ask for? Now, it is limited to Shopify store. So if you do not have a Shopify store, you're going to have to wait to use Oberlo. There is a dependency on third-party suppliers, and the quality and the shipping. Again, we're going to keep our eye on, but we already know that. So it's really, it's fine. It's not that bad. Oberlo shut down in 2022, and you can use DSer to fill in this spot, and Dropify, which I'm not putting in this list. I don't think I put it in this list, but anyway, there are now people that will do basically what Oberlo does, and maybe they have them in some areas, but not others. Oberlo is perfect for Shopify-based dropshipping businesses because it simplifies your logistics. And that is a big deal. Logistics meaning getting your product from the manufacturer to your customer. Though that's what I'm talking about here. And you want to make sure that that is as seamless and as easy as it possibly can be, because you never know when the next COVID hits and shipping worldwide goes absolutely haymaker again, or haywire. Watch out for customer feedback, though, on their product quality, and your shipping delays can impact, if you don't plan for it, they can impact your store's reputation. Sometimes it's unavoidable, okay? But other times, you don't want to constantly answer the same exact questions over and over and over and over again. Trust me on that. But generally speaking, people are very understanding, and shipping is really not an issue for most people. Okay, number 7, Faire. That is Faire. Look them up. Very unique boutique style products. A lot of ladies prefer Faire. They have some of the products that they shop for in stores. They definitely support small businesses and artisans. So if you're making products and stuff too, you may want to check out Faire to help you market those to large amounts of people. And there's a higher perceived value with Faire than some of the other things that I have mentioned. Okay, we are now raising the bar a little bit in product quality, but that is also a bug, not just a feature. Certainly a feature, but there's also a bug to that. And here it is. Higher cost per item, and you're limited to smaller quantities. So your customers are not going to be able to purchase these larger quantities of things that they're used to on other platforms. It is great for e-commerce store targeting a certain niche or niche, however you say that. And the products, though, tend to be very high quality products, and you have less competition, but it is more fierce, okay? Because you're talking about bigger ticket items. You better have your marketing game on point. Just want to let you know. So if you are stronger with your marketing than you are with the other things, then this is a really good way for you to go, because they'll help you with those other things that you need to know. But your marketing, and this goes the same thing for every single person that's out there. Get your marketing house in order, because you can't get a customer unless you market correctly. All right. Here's what to watch out for. Your profit margins can be thinner due to high sourcing costs. So consider your premium pricing strategies when it comes to that. Commission fees are, I won't say super high, but they're pretty high, depending on your payout timings and the geolocation of where someone is expecting this product to arrive. Okay, so let me boil this down for you. The fee to be involved is the investment is a little bit higher here than on others, but you can overcome that in the pricing that you're able to get from the purses, the clothing, the boots, the whatever it is, and the quality is going to be higher. Once you learn the system, Faire is an extremely good platform for sourcing great products and for getting those to your customers. Number 9, ThomasNet. Here are your industrial grade products. Not everybody is wanting to do a little Etsy store, it turns out. Some of us want to do tools, and they want to do, fishing equipment, and they want to do sporting goods of any kind, right? We're entrepreneurs, and we all have different interests. And for those of you that are into the construction grade or the industrial grade products, this is for you. And they rate very highly with me. I spent a lot of time on ThomasNet, and I was thoroughly impressed by what they've got going on. They have very established suppliers. Okay, so that, number one, that's extremely vetted. These suppliers have been around a long time. They know the ins, the outs. The customer service is just on point. And it is definitely suitable if you have a business to business side of your business that you want to take advantage of. Guess what? It's very easy for ThomasNet to assist with that. It is not really for consumer goods. And the pricing is a little bit higher. I hesitated to write that in there, but it needs to be said. The pricing on there, and when pricing is higher, you need to be a little more aggressive on your pricing in order to squeeze out those profit margins that I know that you're looking for. Here's what to watch out for. You want to ensure that your business has the scale to handle larger orders and industrial shipping logistics. You want to make sure that you know something. This is a more advanced e-commerce platform to work with, and you need to make sure that you've got the chops in order, or you need to be a very quick learner. I will say that it is not quite as difficult as I am originally thought, but you definitely need to be a very fast learner and well-funded. Modalyst. Pros. It focuses on premium brands. So those of you that are super sensitive on selling these lesser, these smaller, these kind of cheap products, look no further. You get on Modalyst, you get very high quality premium brands. Fast shipping. Most of the suppliers, many of them, if not most of the suppliers, are in the EU or in the US. So if you have an aversion to Southeast Asia or manufacturing in China, this is definitely something right up your alley. And it also offers the eco-friendly options for most of their products. And, a lot of people are focusing on that right now. So it is definitely a feature and not a bug. The cons. The product costs are higher. There's no doubt about that. But if you're good at marketing and if you know who your market is, that can be easily overcome. It's not really that big of a con. And there's a limited selection compared to AliExpress for obvious reason. The quality, we've taken a step up. So not just any supplier is going to be entertained here. This is ideal for drop shippers that want to target higher end markets with faster shipping. So if you're going for a more exclusive consumer, this is your choice. Again, you need to be on point with your marketing because there is a reason that things start to shrink toward the top. And one of the reasons is because people with discerning tastes have discerning tastes. Margins can be very, very tight, and price products strategically to make sure that you cover your costs. All of these frilly spinning wheels and coupons being flown around everywhere, they don't work nearly as well on something like this as the other Alibaba and AliExpress type websites. So you want to stay away from those things. Okay, get your marketing house in order. Number 11, Etsy. Good old Etsy. This is for unique, handmade, or vintage items. And by that, they are very strict. They are very strict on it being unique, handmade, or vintage items because they have a reputation to uphold. There is a strong market for people who like to buy custom-made products. They have a very, very loyal customer base. People go to Etsy for that reason. And it is a large audience, come to find out, and it is extraordinarily loyal, which can be a con because higher competition for handmade goods. So you're sourcing handmade goods, that process is harder to source the products. And if you are one of those Etsy people that are creating their own products, you need to make sure that you don't create too many products and that they remain very high quality. It's great for these niche or boutique stores that focus on the artisanal or unique item. Some suppliers will not offer you true wholesale prices either, by the way. And that is definitely a con. So if you are buying handmade product, and they're not going to give you a wholesale price because, quite frankly, they can't make 100 of them, or it doesn't qualify to be on the platform. And B, so in other words, they need to make profit from each one that they sell. So this is also something that you need to be pay very close attention to, and have your marketing game well in hand.
If your business operations feel like a grind, you're missing out on the magic of artificial intelligence. Whether you're in retail, manufacturing, finance, or any other industry, AI is a game changer. From automating mundane tasks to optimizing your supply chain, AI can transform how you operate. We specialize in creating tailored AI solutions that meet your unique challenges and goals. With our expertise, you can improve efficiency, reduce errors, and make better decisions. Discover how AI can revolutionize your business. Contact us today at www.toolessentials.ai/consultation.
Worldwide brands. Here we're coming toward the end, you guys. Worldwide brands. There is an extensive list of vetted suppliers, not quite as vetted as before, but they are definitely, you can tell they're paying attention. There is a one-time membership fee, which means less competition for you because people are actually making investments into their store. They're not doing a free or $21 Shopify store. They're not doing AliExpress for free, right? These are people that are actually paying to get in the game, which is awesome. It offers a wide range of niches. So there's a ton of different products that are on that platform. Now, I don't know, really depends on your perspective whether that's a feature or a bug, but let's say for our argument's sake that it's a feature, okay? The cons, well, we just talked about it. The pros are also the cons. There is an upfront cost, so you're going to need to be well funded when you start, if you're going to bootstrap a business on this platform. And it does not offer direct product purchases. And that's kind of, it's a little bit of an issue. It's reliable though for finding legitimate suppliers across all of these different niches. So if you're having trouble sourcing products, Worldwide Brands has got you covered. They have the vetted suppliers. If you're thinking of branching out and and by the way, this would be a good time to say it. If you've been with me this long in this, you do not have to only stop with one of these platforms. You can combine these and give yourself a much larger catalog of products and high-end and lower-end products all in the same store if you're going for that kind of general issue, or you're a general electronics store or clothing or what have you, okay? It's very reliable for finding legitimate suppliers across various niches. I said that. And even the vetted suppliers vary. So your due diligence is going to come into play here. You're going to want to really look at hey, this supplier, are they doing exactly what it is they are saying for others? So you're going to want to pay attention to what others are saying about that supplier. Okay. And that was Worldwide Brands. Okay, we're coming to the end here, you guys. DHgate, competitive pricing on bulk orders. So you've got a very good, if your interests are in the bulk order, you want to niche in supplying larger institutions, business to business, here's where you go. There is a very good range of electronics and electronic accessories through DHgate. The time that I have spent on there and the things that I have heard, the quality of some of those products is a little bit spotty. It's a little bit inconsistent. But I guess the same could be said for, any store that you shop in, or any supplier that you come into contact with. I do know that longer shipping times are expected with DHgate unless you have outside shipping. So if you're relying on them for your shipping, hey, you guys need to, step it up a little bit as far as shipping times goes. But it is very good for sourcing electronics. So if you have an electronics store, phone store, that kind of stuff, and those accessories, and you want to provide those to your customers for lower prices, very good place for you to start. Right, DHgate. And watch out for them handing out test product samples, and be sure to check their seller reviews. Now, that's not coming from me necessarily. I did decide to include that, but I haven't had that heard of that issue. But it is being kind of reported that sometimes seller reviews, they allow sellers that don't have the greatest of reviews on there. So pay attention to that before you go signing up, not necessarily with DHgate, but with some of the sellers that are on their platform. That brings us to Spocket. Higher quality US and EU products. These are not the AliExpress type products that we're all used to, that flooded the US market. And I think they did the same in the EU. Causing governments to ban certain product quality. They do possess higher and faster shipping times, not higher, faster shipping times, so much better. And it is easy to integrate with your e-commerce platforms. So again, your Woo, your Shopify, it is easy for you to integrate with those. So beginners, it's pretty beginner friendly. You do need probably intermediate, I would say. It's ideal for drop shippers that want faster and reliable shipping, and you want to pair that with quality products. Now, I know you're saying, Wayne, who doesn't want to do that? Look, frankly, there are people that that's not where their margins are. You may not want to focus on your shipping time or the quality of the product that you're sending. That's why poor quality products exist, you guys. So there is a market for the cheaper product, poorer quality product. And a lot of people buy things, they don't care when they get it. Those are your price-based consumers. So they don't care when they get it. They just want it at a lowest price they can possibly find. That is not Spocket. I want to make that very clear. If that is, you are not going to attract that type of supplier, and you're not going to be attracting that type of customer when you're dealing with this particular company. Now, be prepared for lower margins because you've got higher sourcing costs, okay? Unless I will say, unless you have a very good marketing. You guys have got to understand that in order to demand higher prices, there's got to be a perceived value for those higher prices. And then we come to eBay liquidation sourcing. Everyone, I'm assuming, has heard of eBay. There's two, well, there's several. eBay Automotive. There's eBay that we are all familiar with. Hey, I've got 2 tickets to this or whatever. But there's also eBay liquidation sources. So all these liquidators, all these businesses that want to liquidate product that they cannot use anymore, come to eBay, and that is a great source for liquidation products. You can find severely discounted or very rare products here. So if you are, that's the niche you're in, either of those, the severely discounted or the very rare products, it's ideal for reselling clearance or liquidation goods, obviously, because that's, where they're getting their products, or, these companies that are liquidating products. The quality and the reliability vary to good. It is varied. Sometimes the reason that these products are being liquidated is because they were very poor quality and people didn't really care for them that much. However, priced correctly, you can make a killing. And they have very limited control over the stock consistency. So you may get be oversupplied on hair conditioner, but not the shampoo. You may be, super ton of socks, but not the dress. So you got to watch out for that. And you want to check the seller ratings and the product conditions very, very carefully when you're dealing with eBay. No particular reason. It's not that they have a different reason, but it is definitely something that I want you to be thinking about. You want to start looking and being very careful about the sellers that you are doing business with. Certain industries attract the kind of corner cutting, shady kind of people. And since we are entrepreneurs and this is the area that we've decided to go into, guess what? We need to be vigilant, and we need to call it out when we see it, by the way. Well, there you got it. Okay. That was 15. If you need other products, put that down in the down in the comments section. If you need a specific sourcing for products, I'm more than happy to help you out. Tell me if I was fair in whether, a judgment on some of these different sources. I'm open. Maybe I was hard on one that you like, and I was very easy on one that you do not like. I am totally open to criticism. One of the people that watch this on a regular basis called me a baby with a beard, and I thought that was hysterical. So, I take constructive criticism extraordinarily well. Look, I'm doing this for you guys. You have blessed me. Right now, we're sitting at 12,500 subscribers, meaning people have watched content on this program and decided that they want to go along with us for the ride. Maybe not watch every single episode, but they definitely want to keep a very close eye on what we're doing. And therefore, I will talk to the other suppliers and to the other people in this great niche we call dropshipping and e-commerce, that if you want to come on this show and tell your story, I am open to it. So if you want to tell the story of your store, if you want to tell the story of your dropshipping supply company, I am 100% open to it. And by the way, if you are a platform and you would like to advertise to people coming into this awesome way of life, this entrepreneurial garden that we call e-commerce, hey, drop me a line. Links are in the description. The way to get in touch with me is super easy. What did he say?
You don't like the things I've told you tonight? I got one thing to say. I'm easy to find.
So by all means, get in touch with me. Until then, I will see you guys next week. Thank you very much for all the support.